Looking for the right CNC router but not sure where to start? Let's walk through the best options from the most basic to the most powerful, so you can find the one that actually fits your needs. This one sits at the bottom of our ranking because it's the most basic and the least powerful machine on this list. It's really designed as an entry point, something you buy to learn how CNC works rather than to do serious projects. It can cut wood, soft plastics, and very thin soft metals, and that makes it fine for simple signs, small crafts, or light engraving. Compared to the others though, it has less power, less stiffness, and fewer comfort features, so you'll feel its limits pretty quickly. The biggest downsides are the weak spindle and the lighter frame, which can cause vibration and limit how fast or how deep you can cut. It also takes more time to assemble and tune than the higher ranked machines. This is a good choice if you're on a very tight budget and just want to experiment or learn the basics. If you already know you want more power or more space, the next options will make you much happier. By the way, links to all the products from this review at the best price are in the description under the video. Just above it is the Genmitsu 3018 Pro, which is still a small desktop machine, but feels a bit more refined and more supported. It's very popular, which means more tutorials, more upgrades, and more community help if you get stuck. It does the same kinds of jobs as the previous one, like wood projects, plastic parts, and light aluminum work, but it's easier to find spare parts, upgrades, and guides for it. Compared to the first machine, it's simply a safer and more predictable buy. The limitations are still there though. The spindle is not very strong, the frame is not super rigid, and it's not made for long heavy cutting sessions or thick metal. This is great for hobbyists who want a safe, well-known beginner machine and plan to upgrade or modify it over time. And if you're enjoying this comparison so far, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future reviews. Next up is the upgraded version of the 3018, and this is where things start to feel more serious. This model keeps the same size but adds better safety, better electronics, and a more stable frame. It feels more solid, it's easier to set up, and it's simply nicer to live with day to day. Compared to the two machines below it, this one feels more polished and more reliable, especially for beginners who don't want to spend hours tweaking settings. The main drawback is that the cutting power is still limited by the same small spindle, and the work area is still quite small. You gain quality and ease of use, but not raw strength or size. This is perfect for someone who wants a small, safe, easy-to-use machine that just works out of the box, without going into the bigger and heavier category yet. Now we step into a different class with this one. It's larger, heavier, and much stronger than the 3018 style machines, and you can feel that difference in use. The stronger spindle and metal frame let you cut thicker wood, harder plastics, and soft metals with much more confidence. Compared to the smaller machines, it vibrates less, cuts faster, and opens the door to more serious projects. The trade-off is that it's bigger, heavier, and a bit more complex to set up, and support and documentation can depend on where you buy it from. This is a great option for makers and small workshop users who have outgrown the tiny desktop machines and want something that feels more like a real tool. This one takes the top spot because it combines space, flexibility, and modern features in a very balanced way. It has the largest work area here, it's mostly pre-assembled, and it gives you room to grow. You can start with simple projects and later upgrade the spindle, add a laser, or even add a rotary axis. Compared to everything else, it's the most flexible machine that can grow with your skills. Its main weakness is that the stock spindle is not as powerful as the one on the previous machine, so you really need to upgrade it if you want to do heavier cutting. This is the best choice for someone who wants one machine that can evolve over time, from hobby use to more advanced projects, without needing a full replacement. If you want to explore the top machines from this list, check the links in the description under the video, and make sure to like this video and subscribe so you can keep learning and building with us.